Welcome to Pimpy's Investment Chat, where we keep investment talk simple. And here's your host, Pimpy.
What is going on out there, peeps? All right, you guys have a ton of good questions. We have been able to go back and forth with comments. So see, there is some good out of these videos. It allows us to communicate with one another. I'm still working on a way to have you guys call in. That I'm looking forward to, because I think it'd be enjoyable to have a conversation with you guys, because not all you guys have that ability to do that, even though I'm pretty easy to reach. So anyways, let's get into this and go down to your questions again, shall we? Before we get started, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I certainly do appreciate it. If you're thinking about buying gold and silver, head on over to our friends at Miles Franklin. The link will be down below in the description. When you make your purchase, make sure you use promo code Pimpy, P-I-M-P-Y, and they'll take care of you. If you have any additional questions, you can reach us over here at this phone number or over here at this particular email. For all orders over $10,000, reach out by email and we'll make sure that you get a great deal. So come on over to Miles Franklin and add to your precious metal inventory. Okay, so the comments that were on this video that I just released a couple days ago, you guys have some good comments and it's worth going over. All right, let's do this. Kermit, you're wrong. If I'm wrong, what am I wrong at? And explain how I'm wrong in detail. That's what you guys are not doing in here. You guys are quick to go, no, that's wrong. Oh, you haven't done this. But say how I'm wrong, and that will help out the group. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if Handicapper is saying that, Kermit, you're wrong, because according to this, blah, 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 this, blah, 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 that. Do you see what I'm saying? Because then we could see where you think I'm wrong, or maybe there's a misunderstanding. So you guys don't be afraid to be detailed, but I appreciate you chiming in. If any of you people want out, I'll buy your 1 million dinars for $500 US right now. There's a golden opportunity. Asar, here he is again. Okay, only thing is Pimpy needs to understand outside investors outside of Iraq has absolutely nothing to do with the project to delete the zeros. Our 25,000 IQD note will be a 25,000 IQD note in America. What? Yeah, of course we don't have anything to do with the deletion of the zeros, because that decision is made by the Iraqi government or the Central Bank of Iraq. We have no say-so in that. But make no doubt about it, if they decide to delete the zeros, I don't care if you have a 25,000 dinar or a 25 dinar, they're going to have the same value. And there's nothing you can do about that. How does redenomination affect currency quotas, and can you earn money on it? No, you can't. Redenomination means the liquidation of the old currency and the emergence of a new one. And the exchange rate of the new currency will depend solely on the effectiveness of the reforms. If the methods of dealing with hyperinflation are successful, the rate will increase. But no one can guarantee this, and after hyperinflation, economic growth is very slow, and investors are not ready to freeze money in such a high-risk, dubious projects. Therefore, investors are not interested in currency either before or after the redenomination. So it tells you right here, I told you, once they do the deletion of the zeros, that currency becomes obsolete, the old one, because you now have a new one. And people are like, no, we're different. We're outside the country. Nope, it don't make a difference. Eventually, you're going to have to exchange your larger denomination notes, the old ones, for the new ones. What, I'm guessing you think that if they redenominate the currency inside of Iraq and they change the exchange rate to 76 cents, I guess you thought we could just take the old currency and exchange it for the current exchange rate. That's not going to happen, man. I'm telling you right now, that's not going to happen. So no, this part is wrong, where you say our 25,000 IQD notes will be a 25,000 IQD note. Well, technically speaking, yes, it is a 25,000 dinar. But that 25,000 dinar will be equivalent to the 25 dinar in Iraq. Joseph says, I hope you're right. No, he's wrong. Pimpy is under the impression we are Iraqi citizens that shop in Iraq and have to listen to the Central Bank of Iraq. No, you got the wrong impression, my friend. You said, no, Wells Fargo or Bank of America isn't going to swap my 25,000 IQD note for a 25 IQD note and then exchange it for the value of the US dollar. That's exactly what's going to happen. Because once they make that announcement and they redenominate, you are going to have to take in your old currency to get the new one. I just read you that article. What does it say about the old currency? It's obsolete. So what you're trying to tell me is if they redenominate in Iraq, because you're not in Iraq, you get to keep the larger denomination and then take advantage of the new exchange rates. So you could become a millionaire and Iraqi people just got a brand new banknote. Is that what you're trying to say? Does that make sense to you? Seriously, does that make sense? What you said is exactly what's going to happen. Whatever bank you take it in or whatever exchange you go to, once they make that announcement and they start swapping out the old currency for the new one, they're taking it out of circulation. Most of the time they destroy that currency. Collectors like me, we would keep some of the notes because it's a collector's item. But make no doubt about it, eventually you're going to have to bring in your old notes for the new ones, or even though your note says 25,000 dinar, it's going to be treated as a 25 dinar until they find a way to get the old currency from you. Project to Delete the Zeros is the Central Bank of Iraq telling the citizens of Iraq to swap out older, larger notes for new, smaller denominations, which has absolutely nothing to do with the IQD investor in California. It has everything to do with the IQD period, whether it's in California, Kalamazoo, Hawaii, Jamaica, Ortega. Ooh, I want to take you. What Iraq does in country to its currency affects the currency worldwide. That's what you don't understand. If they redenominate, they swap out old currency for the new one, that affects you if you're holding on to the IQD. I don't know why you think in your head you get to keep the old banknotes and benefit from it. Why? Because you're in California or you're somewhere special? No, you don't. I like Asar chiming in, but you're dead wrong in that one, brother. Pimpy does not understand about value at all. Okay. Praying, yeah, we all need to do that. Asar, so you think the bank's going to lose money? Diamond of all people, they make the rules. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, is that what Asar, I'm guessing, thinks that the Iraqi people get brand new fancy notes that they get to use in country, but the rest of us, well, how? We all get to get rich and everything else, and their poor purchasing power stays the same and nothing happens, but we're rich. Thank goodness for that. That's not going to happen, man. A 25,000 dinar note in Iraq is $25, but in America it's 25,000. Does that make sense? No, that don't make no sense. I hear what you're saying. That doesn't make no sense. Why would it be one way in one location and something different in another? That doesn't make no sense. Once they redenominate, my man, the old currency is no longer any good. You can exchange it for the new lower banknotes, but your higher banknote doesn't have any extra or more purchasing power or more valuable than the new notes. Yeah, Pimpy himself read articles about 25,000 notes that we have will still hold the same value of 25,000. When I asked him about it, he doesn't respond. When did you ask me about what? And don't forget, you guys, I try to come back to all the videos, but I don't always catch it. So what are you asking me? Yeah, Pimpy himself read articles about the 25,000 note that we have will still hold the same value of 25,000. What? Yeah, so a 25,000 dinar does hold the value of a 25,000 dinar. Is that what you're trying to say? Yeah, nothing's changed yet, so it's still holding the same value. Asar, if Iraq lowers the value of the dinar, it would have no effect on investors in California. But if they raise the value of the dinar, it would affect investors in California. Is that what you're saying? Okay, so we're dealing with two different things here, you guys, just so you understand. We have what is known as the nominal value, which is the numbers that are on the banknotes. And then we have an exchange rate value. That's two different things. This is facts. Thank you, I think. Last time I checked, Iraq is more concerned with the parallel rate and the official exchange rate and the black market rate more than large denomination notes. Yeah, so the parallel rate is the same thing as the black market rate. Sorry, just so you know, okay? Of course, it's important to Iraq to close that gap between the official exchange rate and the black market or the parallel rate, just so you know they're the same thing. In order for them to delete the zeros, that exchange rate has to be closer together than where it is. They have to be within 5% consistently. Mike says, I agree with everything you say here. However, when Bush signed the executive order to allow Americans to hold the dinar, he made mention that the dinar would eventually pay for the war. I interpret that as an exchange rate of 1-to-1 in the future because the U.S. Treasury has billions of dinar. Was that BS sales pitch or did I misinterpret that? Thanks. No problem. I got you, Mike. Ready? So this is for a SAR as well. I went to do my research and I said the impact of Iraqi currency redenomination on people holding dinar in the United States. If Iraq were to redenominate its currency, it would likely involve a significant change in the denominations of the Iraqi dinar. Redenomination does not affect the overall value of the currency, but rather simplifies transactions by reducing the number of zeros in the banknotes. Just like I said, for individuals holding Iraqi dinar in the United States, a redenomination could lead to a process where existing banknotes are exchanged for new notes with lower denominations. Let me repeat this for you. A redenomination could lead to a process where existing banknotes are exchanged for new notes with lower denominations. Yeah, isn't that what Pimpy said? However, for those holding Iraqi dinars outside of America, especially in countries like the United States, the process of exchanging old notes for new notes may not be straightforward. It could involve specific procedures and timelines set by the Central Bank of Iraq or designated financial institutions. Individuals holding Iraqi dinar in the United States may need to follow instructions provided by official channels to ensure a smooth transition during a redenomination process. Because everybody's like, man, I don't want to have to fly to Iraq to change my currency. You don't fly to Iraq, all right? Other countries are well aware that their citizens are holding on to the Iraqi dinar. If they redenominate, they'll let you know what you need to do. Whether you take it to a bank and they exchange for you, because most likely a lot of banks will have the new redenominated notes just for that sole purpose, or they'll let you know what the process is, okay? Now, Mike, in regards to your statement, I heard that a million times. It wasn't Bush that said that, just so you're aware. So here we go, another myth buster. I did one earlier today about the Executive Order 13303, and now I'm going to do one for that comment, the war will pay for itself. Here we go. This statement, the war will pay for itself, was indeed made by Paul Wolfowitz, who served as the Deputy Secretary of Defense in the George Bush administration during the planning and execution of the Iraqi War. This assertion was part of the rationale put forward by some officials at the time to justify the invasion of Iraq in 2003. The idea behind the statement was that the economic benefits and potential resources that would be gained from a post-war Iraq, particularly its oil reserves, would offset the cost of the conflict and reconstruction efforts. However, this assertion turned out to be highly controversial and widely criticized as overly optimistic and unrealistic. The actual cost of the Iraqi war far exceeded initial estimates, both in terms of financial expenditures and human lives lost. The aftermath of the war led to a prolonged instability in the region, further complicating any notion that the war could pay for itself. So when he said the war could pay for itself, he wasn't talking about the Iraqi dinar. He was talking about the oil. He was referring to the natural resources that are over in Iraq. They are number 5 in the world as far as natural resources. Of course, oil is big. That's what we wanted. I hope that helps, Mike. I believe we have good exchange rate. Most of this stuff out is nonsense. Some people believe different. I look at the positive always, and guess what? It's always been great. God bless you all on your journey. Thank you for the kind words. That's very nice. Maybe they would do a 1-to-1 rate, then tell you turn in your old notes, make old notes worthless, then raise the ratio to 3.24. That is what they did with Kuwait dinar. No, that's not what happened in Kuwait. You guys got to remember, the large denominations are hyperinflated dollars. Kuwait did not print hyperinflated dollars. When they were invaded, what simply happened is they devalued the exchange rate so nobody could steal their wealth because Iraq was taking all of their currency out of the bank. But after Iraq invaded Kuwait, and it was 6 or 7 months later they left, they had redenominated their currency. That's right. Old currency was gone, new currency was in, and then they just reinstated their exchange rate. That's all that happened. That's even worse because most of us can't go to Iraq. I don't know why you guys keep saying that. I hear that all the time. Man, we're not going to be able to go to Iraq to do what? Exchange your currency? Well, let me ask you this. How did you get the current currency? If you didn't fly to Iraq to get it, how'd you get the current currency? See what I'm saying? Eventually, the new denominations will work their way over here, and then you have exchanges, banks, whoever is in the business of selling and buying foreign currencies for people who travel. They'll eventually have the new denominations real quick, and you just take your notes into them and swap them. Hey Pimpy, thanks for the class time. You're very welcome. I was the kid in the back in the green shirt with his hand up. Oh yeah, I saw that. I just try to liven up the videos a little bit. That's why I'm silly a lot of times. Glad you got a kick out of it. Pimpy, when you're proven wrong, then what? Which bridge? LOL. Proven wrong? Well, that would be definitely something to celebrate because I'm never wrong, okay? Just so you're aware. Look, if that's the case, then good. Won't we all benefit if I'm wrong? If I'm not saying this right or I'm wrong about it altogether and you guys are out there all right, you guys assume that we're going to get our 25,000 dinar notes and we're going to be able to exchange it one for one and that's going to be worth 25,000. I don't have any problem with being wrong there. I'd be wrong all the way to the bank and then to Vegas from there. So I don't have a problem with it, but I know better. I know out there nobody does more research about the Iraqi dinar than I do. There's no doubt about it. You can tell by the way they talk. You can tell when they say stuff like, well, Executive Order 13303, Bush says, no, he doesn't. At least now when somebody brings that up, you can say, no, it wasn't Bush. It's Paul Wiffowitz. I need to convert 25,000 to single dinar notes. Yeah, when they come out, that's a lot of singles. So it sounds like we're all going to lose money on this deal. Well, Dean, here's a good way to look at this. When this comes to investments in general, it's not a loss, it's not a gain until you sell it. Hope that makes sense. We might break even or slightly less than at best. You know, I said this in the other video, you guys. Even if they redenominate, you act like people are forcing you to exchange your currency. If people out there believe that the Iraqi dinar is going to be just as valuable or even worth more than the Kuwait dinar, then hold on to your currency till it goes up. There are a lot of changes taking place. I don't imagine that's going to take very long at all. Shin, I'm in crypto, so I don't care. Pimpy led people astray with his views on that. On what? My views on what? You talk about cryptocurrencies? I didn't lead them astray. I told people feel free to invest in them if you want to, but in my opinion, I wasn't comfortable with them and I expressed my concerns. And every concern that I had played out in real time. So it wasn't like I was like blowing smoke up people's butts. I never said that Bitcoin wouldn't go back up. I just said I didn't trust them. But I did list out all my concerns and they happened in real time right in front of us as we were going along. And also just keep in mind, I'm the one guy that told you when the coronavirus hit, that would be a good time for people to make money. And we did Stock Watch. And I did a fictitious portfolio in which we dropped $10,000 into all these investments. And I put 10,000 in Bitcoin, 10,000 in Ethereum, and 10,000 in XRP. And look how much money I made off that fictitious portfolio. Pure profit off Ethereum was 289,000. In case you haven't paid attention, on my gold videos, I started doing the spreadsheet again. And right now they're profitable. So, see, I didn't cut them out altogether. I just said I don't trust them. Dean, it just depends on you. It's not a loss or a gain until you sell them. You've always been honest, unlike other money gurus on YouTube. I appreciate that. Not everybody sees it that way. If it floats to $3.22, then a 25,000 dinar at $3.22 would be $80.50. No, that'd be more like 80,000, not 80. Go do your calculations again. 25,000 times 3.22, that's $80,000. But that's not what's going to happen. So although it would not be a retirement level event with my dinars, I could get a room full of hookers and enough below to cover my iPhone. Best evening ever. Oh, Jack Rabbit, come and look at this. 25,000. Let's look at this because that doesn't look right. You have 25,000 dinar times the 322 rate. Yeah, I thought so. That'd be $80,500 if they don't redenominate and the exchange rate changes to a 322. You would definitely have more than enough money to get a room full of hookers and have blow on your iPhone, okay? Sorry, meant poultry return, not rate. Oh, that's got to be something down here, I'm guessing. I'll take a look. Thank you. You are the smartest of all and honest. I wouldn't say, let me think. Yeah, actually I am smarter than all of them, so I'm just being silly. But these people, even when they know the truth, refuse to tell you guys the truth. And that's where I get mad. You know what I mean? 1 in 4x equals 100,000. One of what? I'm just curious. All I care is if it's active on Forex paired with XRP, all the better. Yeah, I mean, once the currency gets back on the Forex, it's going to be paired up with not just currencies, but cryptos as well. Thanks, Pimpy. You're very welcome. Thanks, Pimpy. You're very welcome. Pimpy, Frank26 says, you don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, he does. This is a guy that is out in left field, right? Ring-a-ding-a-ding. Ring-a-ding-a-ding. Hello, Mr. Frank? Yeah. Well, let me just say this. I said this for years now. And for people who've been listening to me for a long time, something popped up that we were all disagreeing on. And I told them out there, I said several videos, I challenge any of them to come on. I can go on their show or they can come on my show. If they prove me wrong, I'll give you $5,000. Not a single taker, not one, none of them. Let me tell you this. If one of them said, oh, I think this about the dinar and I know they're wrong and they're dumb enough to go, if you could prove me wrong, I'll give you $5,000. I can't even begin to tell you how fast my fingers will dial the phone numbers or my emails will go out or, Zoom calls or whatever they want to do because I would snag that $5,000 up from them in a heartbeat. The fact that they won't even do something as simple as a video tells you everything you need to know, they know I'm right. So here we go, people. Ready? I am sending an invitation out to the other gurus. I think us all coming together, having a conversation with one another, it doesn't have to be rude. It doesn't have to be disrespectful. We can just share our opinions and why we feel this way and why we think this way. And the whole dinar community could benefit from that conversation. Look, me giving them crap in videos like I do, that's just me teasing with them and giving them crap. Look, Frank26 says I'm wrong. I challenge him to come on the video with me and explain what is wrong and how it's wrong. And then I will share my opinion and we can go back and forth. Who knows? But at least we'll be able to sort out where our differences are. And then we can just let the listeners decide for themselves. So come on, Frank. Come on, Eminem. And your entire crew. I invite your entire crew. So not just Militia Man. Militia Man and crew. We'll even invite Melanie if she wants to come on. You know damn well she's not going to though. But look, those people can come on and we'll just pick one subject at a time. And explain why we think what we do about the subject. What does the deletion of the zeros mean? I'll explain why I think the way I do, and then give my proof, and then let's hear what they have to say, and let's see their proof, and then we'll take it from there. And not just them, any of the gurus out there. I challenge any of them. Any of them. Listen to me what I'm saying. All those people out there talking about the Iraqi dinar, I challenge them to come on a video, and let's have a conversation. They're not going to come on, though. It's not going to happen. Pimpy, a.k.a. Agent Smith, why do you do content every day? To piss people off? I don't know if the other gurus are wrong. All I know is your function is to create strife and negativity. You don't put out a vid every month or two, but every day. People wake up, he is feeding on energy and enjoying it. Yeah, well, the reason why I make a video every day, because every day there is lies and misinformation that come out, and I straighten it out. And what makes you think I'm the negative one? Maybe they're the negative one. I'm just the truthful one. And they give you the impression that I'm the negative one when I'm the one that's spreading positive news because my news is truthful. And I'm not misleading you by blowing smoke up your ass. So you should look at it that way. He is a negative Nelly. No, he's letting you know the truth. We have been told this is going to happen for 10 years. Other people are making money off of stupid people like us who have listened for 10 years to the BS. When you can just come here for free 99. Look at, I give the honest and best and accurate information for free. I don't charge you to come onto my Patriot group. Okay, so just come on over here. We can have interaction. You can ask questions. I'm reachable. Lots of people have reached out to me. We've had conversations over the phone. If indeed it's the truth, why are you mad, bro? He's only relaying his viewpoint. I hate it too, but it is what it is, dude. Thanks, Relaxing Sound. I appreciate what you're saying here. He's telling him up there, if it's the truth, why you mad, bro? That's what I'm saying. Why you mad, bro? What do you mean negative? Pimpy is reading news articles and info online regarding Iraq. I don't understand what's negative. Because he's not blowing sunshine? Look, you guys, I appreciate you guys have been coming out in droves, sticking up for me. And I really do appreciate it. But it is funny, the impression that people have about the videos I make, how I'm the negative one. You know what I mean? That's just really crazy. You know, Pimpy, you're a very intelligent man. You make a lot of sense. But I want you to think about this. How many people have you caused to commit suicide? I'm serious. Some of the news you bring, matter of fact, all the news you bring has a lot of truth to it. But don't be the Grim Reaper. I mean, really, that's what's happening. You just don't understand. I don't think you do things on purpose. maybe you want to stop teaching and see what you can do with the other than I know of a couple of people here that overdose because of you. Yeah, is that right? They overdose because of me? Well, I wouldn't say it's me. So let me ask you this, George. I'm the one to be accused of people committing suicide? Does that make sense? So who's the one that should bear the blame? The people that lie to you every day, mislead you, blow hopium up your ass to the point when things don't go smoothly that these people commit suicide? Or the guy that says, hey, this is the grounded channel. Everybody stay grounded. And then I bring you the truth. So instead of going after those individuals who are lying, you think you should go after the individual that's telling you the truth. Does that make sense? Nah, that doesn't make no sense. Seriously, that's ridiculous. And I know damn well no people committed suicide over me. I have them people call me all the time. I have to walk them off the ledge. I spoke to so many people, it's not even funny. And still some of them go back and listen to the hopium. It's just mind blowing to me. But yeah, trust me, it's crossed my mind. Not that I cause people to commit suicide, that people will commit suicide over this because they've been lied to. So again, George, let me ask you, who should be the one to blame? The people who misled, lied to you every day for years, made you believe you're going to become a millionaire, and when it doesn't happen, your feelings are depressed, let down, that you commit suicide? Or do you want to blame the guy that has a channel that says, stay grounded, and then tells you the truth? See, people who've been listening to me for a long time, they're already grounded. That's why they're not all upset about everything I say. Don't get me wrong, that doesn't mean they like it, but they're not all bent out of shape. Because I'm going to tell them the truth. I'm not going to mislead them. So I think you should probably channel your energy to those individuals who are indeed at fault. People who lie purposely. They know they're lying. I guarantee it. What an absolute appalling comment. Yeah, well, you should go after those individuals who have pumped you up with so much hope, so much BS, so much hopium that when it doesn't happen the way you want it to, that you're so depressed that you're now willing to commit suicide. What I'm bringing to the people is my opinion on the truth. That's all I'm bringing them. As far as people committing suicide because they're depressed, you should go after those other content creators. Anyways, as I stated before, I like when we do this. It gives me a chance to read the comments, respond to them, whether they're being smartasses, silly, or just trolling. It doesn't bother me. This is a great way to learn. And once again, I extend an invitation to all gurus. We don't have to talk shit to one another. We can just get on and have a conversation. I'm sure the dinar community would lose their damn mind if we all got on one Zoom meeting and had a conversation with one another. This will give people a great opportunity to learn a whole lot at that moment. Anyways, that's it for now. Appreciate you guys chiming in. I'll catch you later. I am out.